Jai Hind all. My name is Babita. I am assistant professor in MCA department at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So today we are going to start a new lecture in the series of DSA, Data Structure and Analysis of Algorithm. This particular course is derived from MCA course and second semester. The code is BMC 205. Right. So let's get start about the searching, and this is my second lecture in this series. So let's discuss what is the concept of searching. The outcomes of this lectures is to understand the concept of searching and why we need of searching in today's era and today's world and computer science engineering field. And here we are discuss some real world example of a searching where we found the concept and how can we tackle this, yeah, how can we implement the searching in our real life, that we will understood in this series. And next we will talk about the searching types. Here we have a different kinds of searching. That is depends on the situation, yeah, according to the data requirements. So what type of searching we are going to, yeah, we are implementing on that particular data. So let's discuss here. And next we will practice questions and how it will work. So the first firstly, we introduce, yeah, we can understand the concept of a searching. So, basically, the searching is a process, yeah, you can say is an operation where we found something in a existing data. Yeah, you can say the searching is implementing a huge data because in today's era and in today's world, we have a huge amount of data. And when we are using a database management system, that means we have a huge amount of and a larger on a larger scale of data. So there is a basic problem is that how these data is storing and how these data make easy for accessing and retrieving information. So this particular operation is smoothly done by the help of searching. So basically it is the first operation when we are when we want to access something from a large amount of data, and you can say from the huge databases, right? So searching is an operation, or you can say a technique that helps to the user, yeah, you can say the anybody else to find the right place, yeah, to find the location of a given element or a value in the list, right? So any search is said to be successful or unsuccessful. So basically the main purpose of a searching is to find the location and find the position where we store that particular data. Just for example, if I'm talking about the university, and we want to search a record of a particular students. So basically if this particular record is found, that it will called as a successful. If not found, that means the search is not successful. So basically a search is said to be successful or unsuccessful. That is depends on whether the element is found or not, right? So searching is a process of finding a specified element, or you can say a value within a collection of data. So here if I'm talking about how can we search is done, yeah, it how can we implement easily. So basically there is a requirement of a specific key, or you can say a unique key, that is a identify a particular record, or the identify the students uniquely and individually, that is a roll number, right? So basically here we have some key fields or key values, or you can say some IDs, through which we are identify and through which we are finding that particular data. So this is the process of searching. So basically the requirement of a searching and the need of searching we will understood betterly, because in every field and every activity we have to need to search an element, yeah, search an item. If I'm talking about the real life example, let's get just suppose you are going for a restaurant for a lunch or dinner and breakfast also. So basically here we have a menus, and these menus, just for example, you want to cheeseburger, right? So basically you are searching from a top to bottom and where you find your favorite dish or you find a cheeseburger, definitely you click that and you found it and you ordered it, right? So basically what is going on here is it is a process of searching an item, yeah, your required item, at what position it will found, that particular position you are finding, and you will that means you can say your search is a successful, right? So basically here we have a lots of example where we are implementing searching, right? So there is a restaurant, yeah, you can say in a dictionary. So basically in a dictionary we have a lots of words, and in these words we are finding a specific word. Let's dictionary is there, right? So we are finding in a sequential manner, or you can say alphabetically manner, and where you find the dictionary word, you return this particular location, right? And just for example, Spotify, that means you are searching some favorite songs, or you can say your selected songs. So there are lots of example where we are implementing searching. So I hope you understand the what is the searching. Next we will discuss about some types of searching. So basically according to the ease of working, we are classifying a searching, yeah, you can say according to the requirements of a data, yeah, what type of data we have at that time and what type of searching we are applying on that. So basically here we have a four types. First one is a linear searching, second one is a binary search, interpolation search, and hash table searching, right? So there are some basic types, and these basic types more specifically we are using linear search and binary search. So today's lecture we are discussing only linear search and binary search. So how can we work, yeah, how it is going on, let's get. Okay. Next, first of all, linear search. As its names implies its meaning, linear search, also known as a sequential search. So it is the simplest and straightforwarding searching process, or you can say searching algorithms, in which we found an element from a step by step, yeah, one by one, right? It works sequentially, examine each element in a collection of data, yeah, you can say in a collection of elements, you can say the called as an array, to find until it match your required element, right? And the entire list is traversed or searched till you are finding your element, right? When element is matched successfully, then you will return the that particular position or index to the user, right? Otherwise you are return, if I'm talking about in term of a programming, if your search is successful, that will return that particular element. If your search is not successful, you simply return a -1, and the -1 is nothing but it is a represent to null, right? So that means you are not finding anything and you simply return a -1, right? If I'm talking about the linear search application areas, yeah, you can say where we are implementing, yeah, where we apply the linear search algorithms. So basically linear search is more importantly and most widely used on unsorted data. What is the meaning of sorted and unsorted? That means if just suppose here we have some data like 32, 10, 15, 20 and 2. So this particular list of element is sorted or unsorted. So basically this is a unsorted. So the most important uses or application of linear search is that is best suitable for unsorted data, right? And next, if I'm talking about the scale of the linear search. So basically where we have a small scale of data, yeah, we can say fewer elements we have, we are simply applying the linear search, because it is a more beneficial in a small size of data or in a unsorted of data, right? So these are the importance of linear search and the uses area where we implementing this. Next, how it can work, let's understand the functionality. Linear search is work working as we explained in a previous slide. It works sequentially. That means one by one. So here we have a list of elements, and these list of elements is nothing but it is a array. And this array always stored a element in a adjacent form, right? So basically the elements are stored in an array in an adjacent form. Adjacent means one after another. So basically if I am talking about the linear search, just suppose I want to search element 20. So we start with the index of 0. So basically this is an array, and the array index is start from 0, right? So we will search the first element of the array with the target element, right? So 20 is equal to 10. So it is not equal to, that means not match. So we will move on the next adjacent index of the array. Then again we compare the 15 and 20. Is 20 is equal to 15? Not. So again we will move on the next index, right? So if I am moving one step ahead or forwards, this is called as a adjacent manner, right? So till we are traverse the whole array, till I will find the exact item that is matched with your target item, right? As we reached at this index A of 6, and this is equal to your item, that means your success is your search is successful, right? So this is the basic scenario and basic process of searching an element by using sequential or linear search approach, right? So how can we implement in a technical or in a programming approach? So here we discuss an algorithm to implement the process. So let's take the an element, a variable that is called as a I, and I start with 1. You can also start with 0, so there is no issue. Again we compare I is less than, that means मतलब हम I को कब तक traverse करेंगे? So basically the I is traversed till the less than of n, because n is the total number of elements in the array. So we can say the size of the array. So the size, let's suppose size is 5. So basically the I is traversed till the value of less than 5, right? You can say 4. So if A of I is nothing but it is a index. Let's take 8, 7, 5, 3. So basically 0, 1, 2, 3. So I is 0. A of I is 0 and is equal to x. X is the found element which I want to find. Let's take the 5 is a searched item. So A of 0, yani ki 8 is 0 equal to x? No. So basically set I is equal to I plus 1. That means we will move on the next index of the array. Again go to step 2. That means we are comparing I is less than, I is greater n. No, it is a less than n. So we will go for next step. And A of I, that means A of I is 7 equal to 5. No. Again we set the I is become I plus 1. So basically here we have a I1 and plus 1, that means 2. The pointer will come here, right? And next go to step. Then again compiler move on the step 2, right? फिर next I is greater n is nothing but is a 5 and I is 2. 2 is greater 5, no, is not false. So again we will move on the next step. So we execute this particular algorithm till we found the exact item. So basically this is the concept of linear search. Next we will move on a graphical illustration how it can work. So basically in the previous slides I definitely discussed the whole process. Here we have the searched item is 30 and we traverse the whole array till we are finding 30. So basically when we search an element, here we have a three possibility. The searched item is found at the beginning of the array, right? Yeah, you can say it found at the middle point या middle index of the array. And if third approach is third possibility is that the searched item not found till the last index. So here we have a three basic possibility when we search an element, right? That means the searched item found at the beginning, it will found at the middle index of the array, it not found, the whole array will finished, right? So this is the basic possibility. So here we explain the all three possibilities. Let's the array is found in the middle of the, and array is not found till the whole index is finished, right? Next, other approach is for finding the element 31. So this is the basically it will found at in the middle indexes of the array, and it not found till the whole array is finished. If I'm talking about the space and time complexity for a linear search, so basically if I'm talking about the space complexity, the linear search is not using the, no extra spaces for storing the elements, because in a starting we are occupying a array size and we are inserting the required elements, and basically the all operations is going on the elements directly, right? So there is no need to use a extra space. So basically the space complexity for a linear search is a big O n, because the complexity is measured in a three scenarios, right? The best case, average case, and worst case, right? Best case is denoting the big O1. That means at the starting we will find the required element. Average case, that means at somewhere you can say the middle of the elements, just a little smaller from the middle, यानी कि बीच में कहीं पे आपको कोई particular element अगर receive हो रहा है या found हो रहा है, तो this is called as a average. Worst case, that means the whole possibility is finished, total number of elements you are traversed, but you will not find your required elements. So this is the worst case, right? So time complexity is measured in a three best scenarios, that is a best case, worst case, and average case. So basically for a best case, the linear time complexity is big O1, and the average case and the worst case is big O n. Next we will move on some uses area of the linear search. So as we mentioned and as we discussed the scenario of the practice, so it is most beneficial for a small data sets. You can say some unsorted data you have, that the best approach you will search that particular element by using linear search. You can say singly linked list are implementing by using linear search approach, right? So these are the uses area. Next we will talk about the binary search. So in a linear search we have some complications, and what is the complication is that, just to suppose we have the sorted array, right? We have a sorted array, and if I want to search an element, and the possibility is that big O, your worst case complexity is a big O n. So basically the problem is that if I have the sorted element or I have a sorted data, even though I consume the maximum time complexity, right? So basically there is a need to minimize your time complexity. So this particular approach is achieved by using the another searching algorithm, that is nothing but it is a binary search. So basically binary search is defined as a searching algorithm that is used on a sorted data. You can say sorted array. So repeatedly dividing the searched interval into halves. What is this? We are dividing repeatedly. This is nothing but it is the approach of divide and conquer, right? As you know, binary search is have a two approach. Binary is having only two approach, na? That means ya to 0 ya 1. So basically here we have a two halves, right? Here we have a two halves. That means if just to suppose this is my complete array and this complete array is dividing into two equal halves, and these equal halves is repeatedly dividing into another two equal halves, and we are doing this again and again till the last element is have a single element, right? हम इस प्रोसेस को रिपीट करेंगे जब तक हमारे पास एक सिंगल एलिमेंट नहीं बच जाता है. सो बेसिकली दिस इज नथिंग बट इट इज अ अप्रोच ऑफ डिवाइड एंड कंकर, राइट? सो binary is based on this particular programming approach, and this programming approach is nothing but it is a divide and conquer. So that's why we are dividing repeatedly the searched interval into two equal halves, right? So the basic idea of a binary search is to use information and the array is shorted or reduce the time complexity. As we previously told you, the main problem in a linear search is the Rost case time complexity, and we want to reduce it and we want to minimize it. That's why we are moving on the next approach, that is a binary search. So binary search looks for a particular item by comparing the middle element, because two equal halves is possible only when we get the middle element of the list, right? So then we will call it as a two equal halves, because the middle point is stand here, the left part is less than and the right part is greater than. So basically we are saying this ki the middle point is dividing into two equal halves, right? So searching name in a telephone dictionary or searching a word in a dictionary. So basically you have a dictionary and you want to find a particular word. Let's suppose ki your word is start with P letters, right? So you just randomly open your dictionary, and as you seen ki the letter is nothing, letter is a P or other else letter. So basically you again open another index, right? So randomly you are open an index at a middle position, right? So this is nothing but it is the approach of binary search. So if a match occur, the index of item is written. Otherwise, the middle item is greater. If your searched item is greater your middle item, that means you are searching in the right part of the list. If your item is less than your middle item, middle value, so you are searching, you go for search in a left part of the list. So this process continue on a sub array as well until the size of the sub array reduced to 0. That means individual elements, right? So this is the basic principle and basic functionality approach of the binary search. How it works? Let's get start with an example, right? So basic condition या pre-condition for a binary search is that data structure must be sorted, right? So which type of data, whatever we have a data, but this data is in a sorted form, right? This is the prior condition for a binary search, and access to any element of the data structure should take a constant time. That is the basic preconditioning of a binary search. Whatever element you are searching, but the constant time accessibility is important for a binary search. The binary search algorithm consists of the principle of method of divide and conquer. I already told you. So what is the basic algorithm approach for a binary search? So as we implied, the divide the search space. Search space is nothing but it is a list of element. Let's suppose कि मैंने यहाँ पे कोई list ली है like 8, 9, 10, 11 and 15, right? So this is the basic list of elements, and we are dividing into two equal halves. So basically we are comparing 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Total elements of the, you can say the size of array is 5. So basically if key is found at the middle, let's suppose ki the searched item is 11, right? So if key is found at the middle, what is the middle point of this array? The middle point is, how can we calculate the start, yeah, you can say the beginning and ending, right? So this, the beginning index is 0 and ending index is 4, right? And dividing by 2, so that is a 2. The middle element is 2. Here we have a middle, right? So basically we will compare it at a middle element. So what is the searched item is 5, right? Sorry, 11, and the middle element, middle index element is 10. These are the equal? No, not equal. That means again we will find, if the key is not found at the middle element, choose which half will be next search space, right? Next we will observe ki in a what part, either a left part or either a right part. The searched item exists in a what part? So basically again we compare, 11 is greater 10, right? So that means we will go for the right part of the list. So basically the searched space will be the right of the original list, right? So basically if the key is smaller than the middle element, that means left side is used for the next search space. For this purpose, if the left part is executable after calculating and after comparing middle part, so what index we have to change it. So basically starting is remain as the same, but the high, yeah, you can say the end point we have to change. And what will be it? So basically it will considered as a mid minus 1. So the ending index is will considered for the next part is middle minus 1. So this is the next ending index, right, for a next search space. So we will set as a high mid minus 1. If the key is larger than the middle element, then the right side used for the next search space. So what is the, we have to change for this? We have to change the low index, right? So what is the low index for next search space? Middle plus 1. So this is the considerable, right? And this process is continue until the searched item and your key is found and total search space is exhausted, right? So this will process is repeatedly again and again जब तक हमें अपना searched item नहीं मिल जाता है. So what is the algorithm and what is the pseudo code, and yeah, you can say the logically how can we work it. So let's get start with an example. So basically here we have some items, and these items is stored in a array, right? And the target item is 23. So basically first we will calculate the middle point. What is the starting index is 0 and what is the ending index is 9, and how can we calculate mid? Divide by 2. So 4.5, right? And 4.5 is some have a floor and a ceiling value, right? So here we take the floor value, right? So this is the middle point. So basically this is middle point, and now we will compare the target element with your middle element, right? So it will not equal. So basically we will check out कि it is greater than or it is less than. So basically 23 is greater than, that means it will considered in the right part of the list. So next search space is considered the right part of the list. So basically here we have a initial index and here we have a ending index. But initial index is changed by using, yani ki you can say low become mid plus 1. Here we have a middle value and the initial index will become after adding a one element or one index in the middle, right? So basically here we add one your middle and next become low, and again we will compare the middle element of the, so 5 plus 9, that is a 14 divided by 2, that is a 7. So here we become the new middle index, that is a 7, and the 23 is compared with the middle element middle index element. So 23 is not equal to 56, and here we observe it is less than your 56. So basically next searched space become the left part of the list. Again we will apply the same scenario and same algorithm for the rest of the part of the list. Yeah, you can say the left part of the list. So basically when we calculating the next middle element, 5 plus 6, that is a 5.5, and we will consider only the floor value, and the floor value is 5, and again we will compare according to algorithm. Your searched item is equal to A of mid. So basically here we will find the match, and if match is found, that means your search day is successful and your element is found at particular position and your algorithm is finished, right? If I'm talking about the time and space complexity, so basically there will no use of the extra space. So space complexity considered as a big O 1, because we have no requirements to use the extra space. We are working on the particular allocated space only, right? If I'm talking about the time complexity, so basically time complexity is measured in the in term of a 3 approach, that is a best case, worst case and average case. For best case, as we mentioned ki at the starting of the array and the starting of the list you found your searched item. So basically this is the case of best case, and it always considered as a big O 1. If I'm talking about the worst case, that means in the linear search we will, लीनियर सर्च में तो क्या था कि हमें पूरे एरे को ट्रेवर्स करना पड़ा, तब जाके हमें पता चला कि योर सर्च्ड आइटम इज नॉट फाउंड या इट फाउंड एट द लास्ट इंडेक्स. सो टोटल नंबर ऑफ n you have to visited, right? But in the binary search we are dividing into two equal halves. That means your searched item if exist in the left part, you always considered as a left part, not the right part as well, right? So basically here we divide the time also. If I am talking n time, that means in a binary search it will considered as a n by 2 times. So basically again and again n by 2 you are calculating. That means the total time complexity for worst case and average case is a big O log n, because we are dividing into 2 equal halves, right? So this is the case of the binary search. And what are the advantage and disadvantage? As you can observe according to the explanation and the implementation, so binary search is faster algorithm as compared to linear search, and it work on a divide and conquer approach, because it divide the data also and it divide the time also, right? It is efficient for every applications where we have a huge amount of data, or we have a in a sorted form, right? It is a simple algorithm to understand. The principle of the divide and conquer and the binary search is very simple and easy to understand for the users. So these are the basic searching concept, and I hope you understand, and it will helpful for the MCA first year students, and you can share and likes and comments, right?